Okay, so I'm under here, ready to put this replacement compressor in. Give me my bar light, the one with the long one, the long light.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see anything with the sunlight coming from the top here or the backlight's blinding you. But this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a reverse of the removal, but now I got to get these seals off. You want to remove these old seals. Make sure you don't put double seals on, because that will not hold. That will definitely leak. I think I'm going to need a small pick tool there. I got behind one of them. I'm using a big pick tool. Yeah, I got it. I don't know if you got anything like this around handy. Good to use. There goes one off. Got the other one off. I'm going to oil these up a little bit when I put the new ones in. I'm going to spray this down with a little brake clean to make sure that that's nice and clean. Give me brake clean, brake parts cleaner. Hold on a second, he's getting it.
You want the straw in there?
What?
You want the straw in there?
Do I want what in there?
The straw.
No. You should give me one of those white tubs down there too, so I don't ruin my driveway. Your old compressor for metallic parts. We found some very fine glitter in there. Didn't look too bad. Soak that down good with brake parts cleaner. Make sure you get any debris off of there. The brake parts cleaner that gets in the lines is no problem. That will evaporate and get sucked out when you evacuate the system. Okay, give me these new seals. I need the PAG oil. It's on top of the car on the engine hood. Open the bottle. What I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of this on my finger and lubricating each side of the seal a little bit. Want them to go on easy. And you want a little lube on them so they seat well when you put the new compressor in. It's important that this be done very clean. You don't want any debris getting in there. I'll save that bag. I can use that for something.
Oh, you want to use it?
Yeah.
Throw these two in there. I'll throw this in the garbage. We don't need these.
Actually, leave them around. I'll save them. You never know. They don't look like they're in bad shape, you know?
They're only put on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to hold on to them. You never know. I could rip a seal or something, you know?
They're not even rusty.
All right, those seals are on. Give me the compressor. Take this so I don't spill this.
So where's the top?
You took the top off. I don't know. I just put the bottom bolts in the compressor a little bit. Now you're going to leave that plate on the back of that so the oil doesn't spill out. Maybe I should do this with these bolts out of here. I'm going to do it with the bolts out. It'll make it easier for me to maneuver this compressor in here.
Alright, that's threaded, them holes.
The compressor's threaded.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to go in pulley first. Watch your eyes, wear eye protection. You're going to have some crap come down on you here. All right, now bolts in. Just wanted to get the compressor. Is my camera blinking?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
You can see the camera blinking.
Yep.
What the hell is this?
Oh, you got one higher and one lower.
No, I got the wrong side. I was trying to put the bolt in. Where'd that other bolt go? Here it is. Start your bolts by hand. This is soft material. Okay. Give me the ratchet.
Which one?
I can't, that one right there, I can't reach it. I should have used my power ratchet. Right, that's enough in there just to hold it there.
What? You need the power ratchet?
No, I got it. These I'm going to have to loosen up again anyway to get the top bolts in. Sorry, I'm banging the camera around in my head. I don't even know what you guys can see. If you're seeing what I'm seeing. Filming this stuff is not that easy under here. If I had a little tripod, it'd be in my way. That's why I got you on my head. I'm sorry if it's coming out upside down or bouncing all over the place, but it's the best I can do under here. Not Hollywood. I don't have little micro cameras that I can put places like this. Okay, now I'm going to get this back piece off.
For some reason?
Get that tape off of there. Pull that piece of tape off of there. Can you get that tape off?
Which tape?
That's on the top of this.
Oh.
Piece of tape. It's going to get in my way from when I try to seal it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I think...
That they ship it with.
Yeah.
I just popped that off with the pick tool. Gotta get that out of there. That's out of the way.
I got one bolt up here, just needs to be tightened. And this is the one that... Should we try to clean the...
Oh shit, it's got rubber plugs in there, you son of a bitch. Yeah, there's rubber plugs in there too. It's got rubber plugs in it as well.
Do we have to take it off again?
No, I can get them out with the pick tool. I hope. Charles, don't be moving around up there. I don't want you getting dirt in here.
I just... No, I dropped the fucking...
Yeah, you dropped something right in my face.
I dropped the
Right in
bottom.
my face.
I'm sorry, I was trying to put the top on.
You don't worry about it. Let me do the bottom here.
I feel like shit and I'm trying it.
Could have knocked my eye out, man.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Don't do nothing if somebody gets hurt, though.
Huh?
Don't fix nothing if somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, I know that.
There's probably a torque spec on this. Guys, I'm going to look up if I can find a torque spec on this. This might have a torque spec on it. I could just do it by hand. Let me do it by feel. That'll be good enough. I'm pretty sure of my feel on stuff. You're confident I might go on by my judgment, Ray?
Yep.
Alright, that's moderately tight. I did that by feel. I believe that's good. I need a 15. I gotta loosen the bottom bolts before you get the top bolts in.
I got one top, one in.
After you get this line hooked up, I snug these up just to hold the compressor so I could do that. Alright?
There's a 15 out.
Where is it? It's down here then. Where did I put it? Right here.
There's a 15, 12 side.
Alright, I just put them on there temporarily so it would hold the compressor while I put the lines on. Now I'm going to back them off so it'll move a little bit so he can get the upper bolts in. Just make it easier for him to line the upper bolts up. You don't want to cross-thread any of this stuff. It's all soft material. Alright? You got the top bolt. I gave it back to you.
I get the top bolts?
I gave you the top bolt back that you dropped in my face.
It's right here.
Go ahead. Stand on there. It makes it a lot easier to work.
Get that out of there. 'Cause if I kick it, you're not going to know where I kick it.
I'm working on a ramp. It's just easier standing on a ramp working from the top. That way you're not trying to work on something that's high up in the air and you're on the floor and trying to reach around. Just makes it a little easier if you can put a milk carton or something. Something stable that you're not going to fall and hurt yourself.
Do you want to try to... Nah, don't even bother, right?
What?
Try to retap that?
Retap that?
Yeah.
You mean run a dye on it and clean the
Yeah.
threads up? Yeah. This bolt, when we ran it in last time, bit lousy in the threads on the block. So I'm going to try to see if I got a dye this size and run it on there and just clean that thread up. All right? Give me a few minutes. I'll be back. Looks a little cleaner than it was. Hopefully that'll clean those threads up when it goes back in there. Pays to have tools around, guys. You never know what you're going to need. You work on your own cars, they pay for themselves. Won't have to go to these scumbag garages anymore and get raked over the coals. It's pathetic what they do to people. I hate it. I went to school for auto mechanics many years ago when I was a teenager. I was in Apex Tech for a year. I graduated. I actually interviewed for a Rolls-Royce dealership, but I didn't pursue that. Then later on, I got a job in another garage, a little independent shop, and I had just been starting out, and a guy came in. He was actually a Catholic priest. It wouldn't have mattered if it was a regular person to me, but his ground cable was bad on his car. That's the only thing that was wrong with his car. He needed a new ground cable for his battery. And I told the owner, I went into the office, I told him, this guy, all he needs is a ground cable. I need a ground cable. He said, wait a minute. Tell him that his alternator's bad, and because the alternator's bad, it ruined his battery, and he's got a bad ground cable. I said, what? He said, yeah, I want you to sell him an alternator, a ground cable, and the battery. I said, I'm not going to do that. He goes, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. I said, as a matter of fact, fuck you. Excuse my language, but I went out and I told the priest what they were trying to do to him, and I told him, go to another shop and don't let them rob you. All you need is like a $6 ground cable. So that was the end of that job, and I didn't like this field because of that, because there's way too much of that upsells and ripping people off, charging them for things that weren't done. So I just enjoyed working on friends' cars and everything. I still study to stay up on the changes that have taken place in the automotive world. But working for one of these unscrupulous shops, not going to work with me. So my education paid for itself many times over, just the work I've done on my own cars. And I'm able to help people out like Frank here, and save other people money, and hopefully help you guys on YouTube, help you guys save some money too. So that's Paul's story. It's not a lie. Sorry I babbled, but I figured it was better than sitting in silence. All right, he's getting those top bolts in. Then we just got to snug this up, and then I'm going to show you how to do the purge on it with the vacuum pump and the gauges, and we'll recharge this AC system. Okay? Snug up your 2 top bolts first. That'll get in the proper position, and then you snug up your 2 bottom bolts and throw that nut on that bracket for that evap little chamber there, whatever the hell it is. All right? Your evap purge valve, I bet you that's what that is. Purge valve.
What, the one I'm turning now?
That thing that's on that bracket is probably an evap purge valve. It opens and purges the gas tank, you know?
I should be going that way, right?
That'd be nice to change, to have to change. Can't even get it off of that bracket.
No.
It's frozen on there.
Right, go this way, right?
If you were changing it, I guess it wouldn't matter if you broke it getting it off, right? But I'm putting the top bolts in. I guess you could fast forward if I'm boring you. Some people like to see all this stuff videoed. You guys let me know if you just want the main stuff or if you want me to video all the work. I'd like the feedback. I try to accommodate you guys. Somebody complained last week about a video. I tried to put a little low background music in it, and I screwed up on my editing. I'm not a whiz with these editing programs. I was just learning Adobe Premiere, and I put the background music on a little too loud for somebody, and they asked me what was up with the loud background music, so I redid the video with no background music, trying to make you people happy. It's you guys that make the channel, you know? I'm not going to get a big subscriber base if I don't keep you guys happy, right? You know, I don't make any money off of this. I'm a long way from that. It's not my goal. Not to say that I wouldn't mind making money off it. I would definitely welcome that. It'd definitely be a good, happy thing, you know? Don't go gorilla tight with these. I'm sure you can find a torque spec on Google. I'm an idiot. I trust my feel. I've always had good luck with it. I haven't had anything back out on me, snap or strip out. So after a while you just get to know the torque, approximate torque, with the size of the bolt you're doing and the material you're going into. I do not like the way this one feels. I'm not going anymore with that.
That's the bad one.
That's that fucked up one, yeah.
How far is it going?
Same as before. Watch out.
Actually, it went in a little further.
Well, I did tighten them more this time, but I'm afraid of snapping a bolt off. For some reason, that top bolt didn't thread in right, and I'm not going to go crazy with it. Got 3 other bolts here that are going to support this. I'm sure this compressor isn't going to go anywhere. Where's the plug?
The what?
The plug. Where the hell is that? Where's that plug go? Where did the plug go?
Oh, the plug?
Yeah,
Up
where does
here.
that go? Up on that side, right?
Yeah.
Here, here's the wire. Gotta plug that in.
Oh, I gotta get up here.
Make sure that's in the right position over that other piece of crap that's still gotta go on that damn evap.
Oh, it goes sideways.
I can push it on with the pick tool if you just get it on there. Getting it on is not the hard part. Getting it off is the trick.
Put the light
Don't
on.
forget to put your clutch wire on.
I'm trying to.
Don't put your wire on for your clutch. You're not going to have any air conditioning. Still got an hour of purging this, you know. I don't know how we're going to do this. I should start purging this right now, actually, while you're fiddling with that. You know that?
Yeah.
Is it blinking?
Yes.
I'm getting ready to evacuate this system now. Get all the moisture out of it. Put it under vacuum for a while. Usually I would go on the high and low side. The high side is all the way up here. Underneath here, you got to go in upside down. I don't even need to watch my high side pressure because it's a brand new compressor. I know the weight I'm putting in, so I'm really not going to worry about it. If I was doing a diagnostic on it, I would definitely want the high side hooked up so I know what's going on. But for just purging this, we're going to wing it on the low side, okay guys? It's still going to put a vacuum on the whole system, so it really doesn't matter. You're going to hook your yellow line up to your vacuum pump. Make sure you have oil in your vacuum pump. There's a sight glass on the side of most of them. You want to check that. Make sure all your gauge fittings are tight. And just turn on your vacuum pump. I haven't used this in a while. I forgot where the switch was. Where's the switch? Where did they hide the switch? Here it is. Oh, shit. Don't forget to take that cap off on your vacuum pump, or it will pop off. I'm keeping my high side gauge closed and just opening up my low side. I can see moisture coming out of there. Very humid day. Got to be a lot of moisture in there. We already have a good vacuum on that, if you can see. We're way below zero already. We're like down at 23 on the vacuum. So it's 3:15 now. We got to run that for about an hour.
You want to put the belt on now?
Yep.
While we're waiting?
Yep.
I can't. I dropped the bolt that's in the disc.
You drop the bolt
Yeah,
and it's gone.
Huh?
So you're not going to put a bolt on it.
It's a 14mm head. That's all I know. I don't know what's right.
Probably a 3/8. That's not good.
That on here. I had one bolt hole in it.
Well, you're gonna have to fix that on there. You're gonna have to get another nut.
Oh. Can't I put a zip tie?
No. You need a nut. He lost the nut that holds that purge solenoid on there. I'm gonna see if I got something down in my basement.
I usually have.
All right, now you can get your serpentine belt on, and after that you vacuum the system and recharge it, and you're done. But I'll show you how we do the purge. Oh, you got to get back down there because you got to put the belt on the crankshaft.
Okay.
You can pick up these vacuum pumps online for a reasonable price. I think they've gone down now to even like 50, 60 bucks. You don't have to get top notch if you're going to use it for home use. You know, it'll last you a while. Sure, I've done a few purges with this. I haven't had any problem with it. Oh, the only thing that this does do, it'll leak the oil out while it's sitting. Some reason the seal on the housing, I checked to see if those bolts were loose. They are tight and it still leaks. Maybe someday I'll disassemble it and seal it with RTV or something. RCV, RTV, I forget what it's called. You know, the silicone sealant. Let me get a big pry tool and try to help you. I got that serpentine belt on, a little bit of a pain in the ass. You got to make sure it's on the crank pulley. This is off the idler a little bit. There it is. Try to make sure it's lined up with all the grooves on each pulley. Okay, then you can get your tool out and you're done. Now it's a matter of just charging the system. The AC's in. That's complete. He lost the nut for this. We're going to have to get another nut for that. You can't have that bouncing around like that. That'll cause problems. Hi guys, I filmed that whole thing of me converting the system over to dust off, charging it and everything. For some reason with these damn cameras it didn't come out. I do have a video on my page, on my channel. It's AC charge conversion to dust off Mercedes W210 E320. You can look at that. That'll show you how to do the conversion to the dust off with your gauges. I really apologize for this, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please give a like and subscribe. Really, I would appreciate if you guys subscribe. Help our channel grow. It's been going along pretty well, and thanks to you guys that have subscribed. All right, be well, guys. Remember, take good care of your cars. They'll take good care of you. Bye-bye.